This past year, the Chicago Tribune published a piece or a series of pieces about child abuse and neglect fatalities in Illinois and blamed the Division of Children and Family Services and the state government for a spike in those deaths in 2012. And a lot of furor was going on about this. They were calling for the head of the Division of Children and Family Services, not knowing that he was already dying of cancer. And a lot of political hay was made about how the division must be out of control with so many children were dying. And it struck me that this was an issue that we could look at using run charts or even statistical process control. So this is the example that we're going to use to demonstrate the use of a piece of software called SPC IV Excel, that 4 written in Roman numerals. It's a plugin for Excel, and we've installed it on our Microsoft Excel for Windows program. And this is based on that chart that the Tribune created. I created what looks to be the numbers, or very rough estimation of what those numbers are for those years from 1981 to 2003. And we're going to run a statistical process control analysis to see whether the government should be blamed for those or not. So I'm going to click on New Chart. I double click on New Chart, and you can see that SPC IV Excel gives us a number of charts that we can create using their software. And we're going to choose an NP chart, which is a number chart. It says that it monitors the number of times a condition occurs relative to a constant sample size. And I'm going to choose that one, although we don't know exactly how many children there were in Illinois for each of those years from 1981 to 2013. We can estimate that. And that my estimate for that is about, based on kids count data, there's about 3 million children a year in Illinois under the age of 18. And these are our number of deaths. And so I'm going to tell it where my data is, that it's this data right here. I'm going to tell it my data is organized by rows. Even though we have a column, each row represents a data point. And I've told it to estimate the number of children in Illinois, about 3 million. And then I'm going to hit Next. I'm going to give that a title: Fatalities, Abuse, and Neglect in Illinois. I'm not going to give it the X label. I'm going to make it a pink graph. I'll give it a Y label. Excuse me. I'm going to call that Fatalities for the Y-axis. And I'm going to hit Next. And I'm going to tell it I want to place the chart on this existing sheet. I may not like where it puts it. And now I'm going to tell it where to put the statistics. That I want those statistics down here. And so it gives me, let's look at this first. It gives me, so these are our years. These are our counts. This is then it calculates an upper limit and a lower limit. But you can see, because we use the same sample size each year, that upper limit and that lower limit is the same. So this analysis is going to suggest that if we have a number below 52, that would indicate special cause variation, something is going on. And if we had a number over 105, that would indicate that something is going on. So DCFS got in trouble when this number spiked in 2012 to 111. And my instinct told me that was probably within the confidence interval. I was wrong. It's just over the confidence interval, which suggested to us that there's a less than 5% chance that there was no special cause variation going on, and it suggests that there very likely was some special cause variation going on in 2012 when there were 111 fatalities in Illinois. It doesn't say why. My suspicions were not confirmed, and that's why we want to use the statistical analyses, because you can't always know just by looking at it and just by guessing about whether you have something special going on or not.